Hello guys, and what's up? Today I'll be teaching you or showing you how I created this amazing 3D animation in Blender. Yeah, it's kind of an African concept wise. As you can see guys, it looks amazing. So today I'll be teaching you how I created this in Blender. Okay, don't forget to hit that like button and leave that comment in the description. Yeah man, today I'm not going to leave the project files in the description. Okay, let's hop right into Blender. Now this is my splash screen. I'm using Blender currently 3.6.5, and don't forget the new release of Blender. It's in the building 4.0.0. You can go there to the official website and download it. I'm still Kavma, or you can call me K3D. Okay, let's hop right into the tutorial. Now this is my environment here. This is my environment. Let me first hide it. Okay, now this is the official project, and let me play. You see how I created the animations. You can see now. In order for me to create this amazing animation, I wrote down some concepts which you cannot see. I wrote them down on the paper, but I wanted this animation to be in an African concept wise, so that it can blend into my 3D tutorials that I've been doing back then into my channel. So now you can see, let me go into the material rendered view, viewport shading. Don't forget to hit that like button. Yeah, you can leave your comment there, and big up on yourself. To those who always leave my comments there, I found them. Big up on you guys. So far this is the main concept. Now how I began this animation, I first modeled this background, this kind of this mesh you see, the mesh you see behind. Let me show you how I did it. Let me bring back my, here we go. What the fuck is going on? Okay, now at first approaching this kind of a project, you see it's kind of a complex, but it's not complex. So first I approached it beginning with this. You see it's kind of a simple mesh with some subdivision surface, and I created a circle and added a mesh deformer, but so far I applied them. You cannot see. I used an array modifier, then I hooked it onto the curve. That's why you see it's a round mesh. So I did this couple of a time on so many meshes. If I go back, you can see I did it also onto this mesh and onto this mesh. Most of the mesh apart from this, I did it also on this. It was just a simple circle. You like import a sphere, then you can add like a smooth, then add a subdivision surface modifier, give it like a tool, then you can like scale it down. You import like a circle, RX90, you can scale it. You can bring this, let me bring it back. You can bring this here. You can hook it onto the circle. Let me first bring it back here. You can hook it onto the circle, like, let me go to the curve. Onto the curve, you go to the curve object, you click, something like that, kinda. You can bring the array. You can use the array modifier. Sorry, this is the subdivision surface. You can bring in the array modifier, make it count like 10, let's say. So far I don't know which axis it's onto. You can let's see. Okay, let's bring down this. So I know you get the idea, I know you get the point. Yeah, this is kind of messed up. We can delete. So far, you know, this is for only advanced users. You know what's going on, you know what's up. So that's kind of a concept. So this is the African beads, African wagwan, African stuff. So I did the same thing. I created one mesh and put it on an array modifier and added it to the curve. Let me go to the material view so that you can see the shadings, how I created my material. You can see it kind of looks better. It looks like a shell, but it's not a shell. This is African, let's say it's an African bead, you can call it that way. If I go back to the edit view with the material view, you can see the shading is okay. So this is how I created the main thing. So when it comes to this one, the main thing, the main logo, I created it at first. I first designed this you see here. It's kind of a badge shape. If I go to the edit mode, you can see all the meshes, all the vertices. It's just a simple mesh. I created it by using a simple plane, I think. Yeah, it was a simple plane. You can say RX90. You can scale into something like this. Let's go to the wireframe view, and I subdivided it once in the middle. Let's go to this, the select mode, grab this here and grab this here and grab this here and grab this here. So I started from there. Let's say I grab this from here and also this from here. That, press I to insert. You can delete that vertices, you can scale in. Let's say bring this here. It's not that hard, as long as you follow the rules of Blender and the main concepts of 3D designing. It's not that hard. You can bring in also this here. Let's not go far, because I don't want this tutorial to be kind of a hard one, to be that long. Let me bring this to the front. Okay, so if let's say this was the shape I created, I just added some extrude and added some bevel to something like this. Simple as that. Let's go back. So for the text view, you know how to use Blender, you know how to import in Blender. So I made a collection of this logo. Like, let's say I highlighted this and pressed M to add it to new collection. So I made a new collection and I used this plugin. It's called Animax. You can see it here. So this is the plugin. For me to be able to animate this logo, I used this plugin. If I press play, you can see what's going on here. Let me rewind. You can see what's going on here. Yeah, it's just simple animation for the logo, for the front one, apart from the what's going on behind their back. As you guys also know, the main concept of 3D, in order for you to make your 3D work to stand out, it's about randomization. Yeah, randomization. That's why you see I have this big giant element you can see here. It's because of the randomization. Yeah, that's the main concept of 3D. In order for you to get some good cool 3D renderings out of your 3D software, any compatible software that you'll be using, even if it's not Blender, just to get that noted. The main concept about 3D animations to look better and look great, it's about randomization. Yeah, so now for me to be able to shade this, I I didn't use any plugin. I used just blender materials. So I used blender materials. I didn't use any plugin, but the materials look quite good. So let me go to the shading view so that you can see what's going on here. Let me go to the material view, press Z for the material view. You can see what's going on here in the shading view. You can see what's going. This looks kind of a goldish color. Let's first begin with this, you see, so that you can see what's going. So this is the backdrop of the logo. If I click, you can see what's going on here. The material, the nodes, all the nodes are used. I began with the mix shader, the mix one. I plugged it with the color ramp and added the noise and the texture coordinate. If you know how to use this, I know you know how to use this because it's just simple Blender basics. Then I added some roughness, blah 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 blah, etc. Okay, let's go back. Yeah. Now for this shader, the goldish color, I used just simple shaders. As you can see, I added some textures, an image texture, which is this, and I plugged it into different sections, into the animostrophic, anistrophic, and the shanting, the color code, the clear coat roughness, the normal, the bump, etc. You can see, guys. Yeah, it's just simple node which I plugged into different columns of the shader, and I used this color. You can see here. You can copy the color hex. Let me zoom in so that you can see the color hex. The hex value is here. You can copy and plug into your textures, into your materials, if you want to make some amazing animation like mine. So let me go back so that you can see the whole thing. It's animating. Let me pause. So now for this beat, I didn't do nothing much. This is just a simple material. You can see, guys, which I did here. I made some mix shader and the inverter color, the color ramp, and the magic texture, and the color ramp and the bump. I plugged it with the normal. It's just simple textures. Okay, guys, follow along. Okay, let's begin. Let's go back to the view. So for that, I didn't add any environment texture in here. I just added in some simple lights. My computer is kind of slow, that's why I don't want to be like going into the rendered view, because my PC is kind of slow. Okay, so you can see, guys, what's going on here. I have some simple light setups here. So I added in some light with some color variations. I made this one some kind of an orange color, and this one made them like some bluish, and some of them are white actually. Yeah, I wanted this to have some cinematic look in it. Yeah, some cinematic look. Then I added the background, the icosphere. You can see what's going on into the behind. Yeah, just that simple stuff. That's what I used to create these amazing animations. So okay, guys, that was it for today. Stay tuned as you hit that like button, as I also hit you some good tutorials, some more future concepts. You can also buy me coffee, link in the description. You can give me some few dollars if you don't mind. Thank you for watching. Until we meet again, it's Kavma 3D.